Hey people, let me scoot back. I'm going to read you 2 pages out of my book that is called All Cats Are on the Autism Spectrum. It's a really good book. It's basically about this updated edition of the best-selling All Cats Have Asperger's Syndrome provides an engaging, gentle introduction to autism. All new cats take a playful look at the world of autism in these fun feline friends. Will strike a chord with all those who are familiar with typical autistic traits, bringing to life common characteristics such as sensory sensitivities, social issues, and communication difficulties. Touching, humorous, and insightful, this book invokes all the joys and challenges of being on the autism spectrum, leaving the reader with a sense of dignity, individuality, and potential of autistic people. So forward. Meow! I was 13 years old when my mom brought All Cats Have Asperger's Syndrome home from an autism conference. You'd expect teenagers to think they're too old for picture books when they're so desperately want to be seen as adults. But nope, the adorable cats and simply yet positive words to connect everything together made me a lifelong dog owner and lover. Feel a deep connection with cats and autism. I couldn't describe the magic of how cats perfectly explained everything I felt and knew about myself. Kathy's stunning description of autism restored deeply with me. I was already confident and proud to be autistic, and that pride was solidified in a picture book. Smiles from the book's feline friends were contagious. Within my house, my mom and dad shared the magic of cats on the autism spectrum with me. I couldn't stop thinking about the many ways All Cats Have Asperger's Syndrome made me smile. As an autistic teenager in the book, Lori Lee sits in my joy-filled autism library well into adulthood. I unabashedly say this is one of my favorite books of all time. In the 12 years I've had my copy of All Cats, it has been a trusty sidekick and teaching tool. Friends and strangers alike have all felt the heartwarming effect of this book and shared connection to me whenever I introduce them to it. It's the book I used to tell my high school best friend I was autistic. It's the book I kept on my desk at my law office to make colleagues, clients, and visitors feel comfortable learning about autism. It's a book that reminds me that being different is not a bad thing, and sometimes people on the autism spectrum are both celebrated and misunderstood, just like our feline companions. Cats on and off the page can change hearts and minds. I never had a cat in my life outside of this book until a little over a year ago. But now I see myself in her. I see my cat in me with our autistic traits. And I can now say all cats are definitely on the autism spectrum. When Kathy mentioned that my all-time favorite autism book was getting an update to be more inclusive of people all across the spectrum, including us girls, I was thrilled when I told my parents that I was fortunate enough to have the honor of writing a foreword to one of my favorite books in the world. My mom freaked out, and remembering this was the book that caught her eyes so many years back, and that continues to touch our hearts. All Cats Are on the Autism Spectrum is like receiving a hug from a lifelong friend you haven't seen in a while. You will always be close with an indescribable bond, knowing future generations of the young people on the spectrum and their families will get to enjoy this book for years to come. It makes me think we will have a more understanding, accepting generation of cat lovers who become better friends to autistic children and adults alike. May this book fill your day with meows, laughs, and play, smiles, and some new friends, and understanding during your journey. Your mileage may vary, but I am still delightfully sharing and spreading the magic of all cats on the autism spectrum, and I hope you do too.